So, right, as always, this is being recorded. So again, you can catch it up on YouTube. Sheen, since you are in the US, I'll try to send you a direct link to the YouTube recording. So then that way you can follow up with that. So,
Thank you.
I'm curious, are deadlines important in your culture? Are deadlines important in your culture?
In China, I think the deadline sometimes is important, especially when you work. You need to work with your colleague and the project. They have deadline. You should show the project to the client. So I think deadline something is important.
Okay, very, very good. And since you're living in America, Sheen, do you think Americans think deadlines are important, or do you think we're less strict when it comes to deadlines?
I think deadline in American is also important because all my work, all my assignment, they have a deadline. But if I miss the deadline, I will tell to the professor, and they are so kind. They are let me, to upload for few days or late. Is that okay?
Really?
Yeah, because
Wow.
we have a lot of assignment, so it's busy. Yeah.
Very different than when I went to college. They were very strict.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just old. All right, very good. Any other opinions? Jungpeng, do you think deadlines are important?
I think it's important for me. I must finish the work before the deadline time.
Okay. Why? Why is that important to finish before the deadline?
Because my work in process according the plan.
Okay. So it helps organize the plan.
Right? Yeah.
Keeps you on track. Very good. Right. Very good. Alex, what do you think? Have you ever missed a deadline?
Sometimes it is not a deadline that from my or like a Sheen from a professor or from the university or from your coworkers. Sometimes I set deadlines for myself. For example, I need to work 4 hours today, like to catch up the speed, or I needed to lose 5 kg in 3 months. So sometimes I will set those. It's just for example for those deadlines for myself, or I can call that as my goals.
Good. I was going to say, maybe it's a little bit different than a deadline, right? Deadline is something that you have to maybe submit at a certain point, whereas the goal is something you hope to finish, right?
Yeah.
Something personal. Very good. Why do you want to lose 5 kg in 3 months?
I just use that for example.
Okay. I was going to say summer is quite far away, so usually that's the biggest reason. Very good. Right? Any other ideas? Has anybody else ever missed a deadline? No? Okay. Well, then let's take a look at tonight's material, right? So we're going to be talking about deadlines. And with studying abroad, missing a deadline is one of the most stressful things that could happen to you, right? Obviously, Sheen, that never happened to you, right? You always got your application materials in on time, correct?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. It can be very confusing, right? There's lots of things that you have to do in the application.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I use application note Notion, and it helped me to manage my time.
Oh,
Yeah, I put all the assignment and my work on that, and if I finish, I will click, and they were done, and it makes me feel comfortable.
very good, right? So it sounds like you're very strict with your deadlines, right? You have a
Yeah.
Notion application, you're very focused. What a great student, right? So today we're going to talk about that a little bit, right? So hopefully at the end of this, we will be able to talk freely and understand that if you miss a deadline, it is not the end of the world, but we want to stay as organized as possible. So let's jump into this. Does someone want to read first for me? Anybody brave enough?
First step is to determine the application deadlines for
Good.
each school where you want to apply.
Mm.
Not all deadlines are the same.
Mm.
And add them to your calendar and
Good.
set reminders.
Good.
If possible, submit your materials before the deadline.
Very, very good. Right? So we're just going to reread this real quick. Great job. But just some pronunciation, Jung Peng. So not all deadlines are the same.
Are the same.
Good, right? It's kind of hard with the l. Deadlines.
Deadlines.
Very good, right? Great job. Yeah. So try to submit your materials before
Before
the deadline.
the deadline.
Very, very good. And again, Sheen, I'm picking on you because right now you're the only one who studied in America. Did you get all of your materials in before the deadline, or did you wait until the last minute?
I think I'm before the deadline. Now on to the last minute.
Very, very good. All right. I work with a lot of students who the deadline is, what's today? February 10th. They will wait until February 10th. And say, oh my gosh, right? Very, very good. How about this one? Thank you, Jung Peng. Great job. How about this one? Is anybody brave enough to read this? If you are late. If you are late.
If you are late with your application, the school may not process the application. It could be also
Jeopardize. Good.
Jeopardize your financial aid opportunities according to Campus Explore. If you submit a late application, you chance both from the admission and the financial aid and the recruit by at least 50%.
Good, right? And financial aid are reduced. Reduced. That's okay. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Shane. Okay. Great. Right? So we have reduced and we have jeopardize. Jeopardize. Any guesses at what this means? Jeopardize. It could also jeopardize your financial aid opportunities. Any guesses on context? If you're late with your application, the school may not process your application. It could also jeopardize your financial aid opportunities. So do we think jeopardize is a good word or a bad word? Jeopardize, a good word? Bad word. Good, Jung Peng, right? Yes, very, very good. Right, we don't want to be like, yeah, jeopardize. No, right? It's a bad thing. We don't want to jeopardize. Very good. Alex, can you help us with this last one? Not the last one, the second to last one.
Yeah, you can always ask the admissions office if they are willing to accept your application late, but be prepared for a no in response. Alternatively, your advisor may be able to suggest schools that have later deadlines and or late application policies.
Ah, very, very good, right? So if you're late with something like Sheen mentioned, talk to your professor, talk to your advisor if someone's helping you with the application, because there might be another solution, right? Very good. And how about this last paragraph? Maybe Sheen, you can help us. We know you're an expert at English, so this will be easy for you.
Okay. One of your best options, particularly if you're hoping for financial aid, is to look at the deadline for the following semester and get your materials in early. However, for some school, you may have to wait an entire years to apply. If that in case, you can start with a program like American Cooperative Leaves. The programs all allow you earn the credits towards U.S. degree for anywhere you call home. Then once you apply the next semester or year, you can head up to campus with having lost any time toward earning your degree.
Ah, right. So you can head to campus with having lost time?
Lost any time.
Without, right? Without.
Oh.
Very, very good, right? So again, what this is talking about is there's a special program that students could go to called Collegiate Live. So if you miss your application deadline, some schools do not accept late applications. So sad. But there are other programs like Collegiate Live, community college programs, junior colleges, ESL programs that could help get you prepared if you're late on your application. So very, very good. Great job, Sheen, with this word, particularly. Nice. Right? Very good. So, has anybody experienced something like this before where they have missed a deadline and they got a no for a response? As a teacher, professor, an advisor, a boss, ever said no to you for being late? Anybody? Maybe we're shy. Actually, I can't recall any time that I've heard no. I usually try to stay very organized myself, right?
I think for here, if you have a boss and the boss give you a deadline, you don't have the nerve to ask for, how to say?
An extension.
Yes, the extension.
Right, very good. So an extension, so it means more time. Right. Oops. So why not? Why won't you ask your boss for an extension? It can't be that mean, can they?
I don't know. Probably for the manager or the boss, they plan out for the whole year. Like if you want to delay, or you cannot, or you are not able to finish your part, which will delay other programs or projects.
Right. Very, very good. And is it a good thing or a bad thing if it delays it?
It is bad.
Right. We could even use a better vocabulary word. So for Sheen and Alex, you guys always like flexing. We might be able to say that to ask for an extension would be catastrophic. Catastrophic. Very, very bad. The end of the world. Right. It's a very dramatic way to say bad. Right. Very, very good. Great job, guys. So let's take a look at some of this. Right? So some of this should be a little bit easy for you. Again, you guys are quite good, quite adept at this, but let's have a try. So, Jungpeng, can you read number 1 here?
Yeah. Deadlines.
Nice, much better, right? Deadlines, very good.
Deadline.
What is a deadline? Do you know it? Explain it to us. What is a deadline, Jungpeng? Can you explain it to us? What is a deadline? What is a deadline? What do you think the definition is? The first step is to determine the application deadline for each school. What is a deadline? Not all deadlines are the same. What do you think? Add them to your calendar. Calendar. What do you think? What do you think a deadline is? Calendar.
Calendar.
Right. Can someone help us out? What might be a definition if we were to guess? If we don't know what a deadline is, what is a good definition? What do we think?
Deadline is a date.
A date. Very good. Between a boy and a girl, right?
No, that kind of a date. A date, a day.
Right. Good. Right,
on
good.
The calendar. Yeah.
Very good, right? A date, not a boy and a girl, not Valentine's Day, right? It's not that type of date. It's a day on the calendar, right? That we should remember to do what?
Finish work.
Finish work. Very, very good. Right? Great scene. Great. How about number 2? Alex, what do you think?
You mean reminder?
Yeah, a reminder. Remind us, what is a reminder? Remind us, what is a reminder?
Apparently, a reminder is something to help you to remember something.
Something to help me remember something. That's a reminder. What does remember mean?
Don't forget.
Good, right? So a reminder is something to help you not forget something. You want to remember it. Very, very good. Cool. Xin, how about number 3?
Application.
Good. What is that?
I think application is apply a document and
good.
It also means application like app in the app store is also for application. Yeah.
So like the digital tool, right? Like Notion.
Yeah.
The app.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Cool. And what kind of document is like the paper? What kind of document is that for? Why would we use an application? Why would we use an application?
I think it's easily for example, like in the school, professor are easy to check the assignments, so that document into application.
Okay, so why do you need the application? You need it to do what?
Apply.
Right. So this is the same as Alex, right? So apply, application. What do you mean by apply? Why would we apply?
You want to go to that school.
You want to
do something, right? You want to do something.
Sure.
Good, right? So I know I'm nitpicking. I'm being very strict. But working on paraphrasing is very important. Right? So these words, I think, are easy for you guys, but we can work to explain it rather than an application is an apply document. What? An apply document, right? Or a reminder is to remind someone of something. What? So, very good. Alex, can you help us out with this one?
Jeopardize means to put something in danger or risk something.
Nice. You're saying that very confidently. Why do you know jeopardize means at risk or danger? Have you ever jeopardized something?
No, just I think that word is quite is used quite often in some academic articles like IELTS, TOEFL.
Okay, very good. Right, so you're absolutely right. At risk, danger. Zheng Peng, how about number 5?
Financial aid.
Good. What do you think financial aid is?
The speaking is feelings, support,
Good.
or help,
Yeah. What kind of support?
provide, invent fund or money.
Good, right? A bond or money, right?
Yeah.
So financial aid, you will get support. Bond is a very interesting one because Zheng Peng is an inventor. So sometimes he gets financial aid, maybe from a government. He'll receive a bond. Very, very good, Zheng Peng. Great job. How about number 6? How about number 16?
The reduce. I think the reduce is mean some stuff made lies inside or degrade, and some and another is below the normal, especially in the price.
Right. Good, right? Below normal. Or again, you said stocks. Again, meaning money, businesses, buying and selling, right? Reduced by at least 50%. Very, very good. You guys are doing great on this, paraphrasing as well as guessing context. Love it. Very good job. Alex, 7.
Prepared means you should be
Not saying ayah when I call on you.
I don't know how to say. I was going to say preparation, but there's a meaning.
Good.
Like to be ready.
Good. Be ready, right, for something, right? Prepare.
Yeah.
Be ready for something. Oops, not so something. There we go. Very, very good, right? Zheng Peng.
Yeah.
How about this? Number 8.
Suggest.
Good. Very
Suggest.
good. What is that? What do you think? So Zheng Peng, I'm very hungry. I'm very hungry. Where can I eat? What do you suggest? What does suggest mean? I'm very hungry. Where can I eat? Where do you suggest?
I think
you got
advice.
Nice, Zheng Peng.
Advice.
Right? Very good. Very good. Giving advice. Right? Very good job, Zheng Peng. Great job. Xin, how about this? You're an expert on American schools. What is this word? I'm sure you've heard it.
Academic year for semester. I think one semester is 6 months.
Is it really that long? I thought one semester was like 16 weeks. Right?
16 weeks?
Yeah, 6 months is very long. What about summer vacation? What about winter vacation?
Yeah, sure.
So
I forgot that.
I think you're right. It's a half year, right? A semester is a half year. But in college in America, I think it's like something like 16 or 18 weeks. Because then you have summer vacation and winter vacation and all of these other vacations. Very
spring vacation.
Spring vacation, right? Very good. Great explanation. Do you know there's another term? What is one if it's 3? So you have a semester. What is a 3 semester? Do you know what we call that?
Summer.
Summer? Okay. Right. We call it a trimester. Right. So sometimes some schools, that's okay. Some schools are broken into semesters, 2 years, or I'm sorry, 2 breaks. And then some schools have trimesters, which is 3. And then some are broken into, again, terms, right, which is actually for 4, and they might be called quarters, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys came to the last class, you might remember quarter. So you may hear these kind of 3 different options for schools. They'll say, our school is a semester-based curriculum. Our school is a trimester-based curriculum, or quarters, academic quarters. Very good. And Alex, how about this last one, number 10?
Credits is kind of like to earn academic points.
Very nice explanation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right? Academic points, right? And we'll put the points in quotes, right? So the other thing that you could possibly describe it as is maybe a reward, right? So again, sometimes we'll talk about credit cards, right?
Yeah.
So again, it'll give you some money that you can use, but unlike a credit card, you have to pay it back, right? The academic points, they're yours, and you use them to graduate. How many do you need to graduate for your bachelor's degree? Does anybody know? How many credits do you need?
40? 40 to 60.
40 to 60. Xin, is that true in America?
For my graduate
school. That's right.
I need 6 credits.
You need
I
6?
think in the North, 16, sorry. 16 credits.
16? 1 6.
Sorry, 60.
60. Whew. Oh, that got good, right? 60 credits. And that's in what? Probably 2 years, right? 2-year program?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, right. So Alex,
program.
we actually need Alex to graduate your bachelor's degree. We need 120 credits at most schools. Why is that, Sheen? Why is it 120 credits? How many credits do you get per one class? How many credits per one class?
3.
3. Right?
3. I think 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty common. 3 is the average. So that's why we need so many credits to graduate. Very, very good.
Yeah, sure.
Great job, guys. Very good. So let's just do a quick review. We'll go through this really, really fast. These are the actual definitions, and we'll see how close you guys were. So, Jung Peng, how about this one?
Deadline. A point in time by which something must be done.
Very, very good. All right. Alex, do you remember what we had as a definition?
A date on your calendar.
That must be?
You have to finish your work.
Very good, right? Pretty accurate. Good job, guys. All right. Alex, how about this one?
A reminder, something that makes you think about or remember somebody or something that you have forgotten or would like to forget.
Interesting definition, right? Sheen, do you remember what was our definition of reminder? Do you remember our definition?
I forgot a little bit.
Oh no! Right. So maybe
she needs a reminder.
Very good, Alex. She needs a reminder. Can you remind her, Alex?
Yeah.
I think it's something to help you not forget something.
Good. Right, to not forget something. Very good.
Yeah.
Scene, how about this one? Can you read this definition?
Okay. Application of formal open writings, a request for something such as a job, permission to do something, or a place at the college or university.
Very, very good. Right. So again, that's what I was trying to pull out of you was, again, it's a written request for something. Right? It's not just a document, it's a written request. It's very formal, very fancy. Right? Very good. Jung Peng, how about this one?
Jeopardize.
Good.
To risk harming or destroying something or somebody.
Very good. Very good. Right? Great job, Alex. That's almost a spot-on definition to the dictionary, right? Instead of destroy, though, you said what word? Do you remember?
Put something at risk. Destroy. No.
You didn't say destroy. You said
Damage.
Damage, right? Very good. Right. So you just got a different synonym for this. Right? Destroy or damage something. Very, very good. Perfect. Alex, how about this one? See how close we are.
Financial aid, money that is given or lent to students at a university or college who cannot pay the full cost of their education.
Very, very good, right? And Jung Peng was pretty spot on with this, which is great. But this definition gives you two different pieces here. One is given and one is lent. Xin, what kind of financial aid do you get if the school gives you money? If they give you money, what is that called?
Scholarship.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good, Jung Peng. Very good, Xin. And what if they lend you money? What is that called? What kind of money is that?
Debt.
Debt, right? But do you go to your bank, Alex, and say, "Hey, I would like some debt"? What do you ask for?
A grant.
A grant?
Loan.
Loan. Very, very good, right? So a grant is a little bit different, right? You can think about grant as somebody grants you permission to do something. To grant you means to like award you something.
So for this money, you don't need to pay back either.
Usually. In some cases you will, but usually, probably 9 out of 10 times, no, you don't pay it back. But this will usually come from a government. They can give you a grant. Jung Peng called it a bond. So bond is a little bit incorrect. The correct term would be a grant, right? For his research. Very, very good. So be careful. Financial aid is different. One is debt and one is free. Right? We want the free one. Right? Actually, if I remember correctly, Xin, your husband got scholarship to go to Worcester, right? He received financial aid. Yeah. Very smart, Xin's husband. Right? Very good. I forget. Alex, can you help us with this one?
Reduce, to make something less or smaller in size, quality, price, etc., to become less or smaller in size, quantity.
Good, right? So be careful here. What's this word?
Quantity.
Good, right? Don't mix up quantity and quality, right? So the first thing you said, Alex, was quality. What's the difference between these? So we usually see them together, but what is the difference between quality and quantity?
Quantity is about a number. Like how many do you have? It's the quantity.
Good.
Quality means the it's so difficult. Means it is good or bad.
Right. So good or bad, right? The quality of something. It's how well something is made or created, right? So good or bad versus how many. Very, very good. So just be careful with that. Sometimes we'll mix them up because it's so common to see them together, right? Very good. Couple left. We'll go through these last couple quickly and we can start chatting, right? We stopped off on reduce. How about this one? Xin.
Prepare, to make something or somebody ready to use or to do something.
Very good. Last time, Xin, we talked about there was a blizzard in Boston. How did you prepare for such a big snowstorm?
I go to the supermarket and me and my roommate, we buy a lot of food because I think further we can go outside. So just buy some food. I think our government there have some prepared, how to solve that problem.
Very, very good. Was it only you and your roommate who were worried about the blizzard? Or was everyone worried? What do you think?
I think we don't worry about that. Yeah, even that's our first time to see the blizzard.
Okay.
But, blizzard in the Boston is a normal thing, I think.
Yeah. Right. I'm from Boston.
I think
Go ahead.
Really, you're born in Boston?
Yeah, you're in my hometown.
Wow, that's so cool place. Yeah, but it's beautiful, Boston.
Yeah, it's a very historical city. It's one of the oldest cities in the United States. But again, we do get a lot of snow, right? When I was, I don't know, maybe your age, I went to Japan and I studied I studied, what is the term? A semester? Is that the right terminology here? Yes. Studied a semester in Japan. And I remember it snowed in Tokyo. And they got a few, maybe centimeters of snow. And everyone in Tokyo was going, oh my God, too much snow. We have to shut everything down. And I was like, really? Like in Boston, we get like a meter of snow and that's normal. Right?
Yeah, sure.
So it's very interesting to hear how you prepared. Very good. Jungpeng, can you help us with this next one?
Yeah. Semester. One of the two periods that the school or college year is divided into.
Very good. All right, so periods. So two different time blocks, periods. Right. Very good. And Alex, the last one here.
Credit. An arrangement that you make with a shop, for example, to pay later for something you buy.
So my assistant got the wrong definition here, and that's okay. But this is the credit card definition. And what definition did you use earlier, Alex? It was an
academic points.
Very, very good, right? So it's more of an academic point. This is the wrong type of credit. I'll have to go back in and change this. But very, very good. Great job. So any questions on the vocabulary that we've heard? No? Okay. Well, we'll do a quick review. Go through it. Right? How about this? Right? So Xin, help us out. The first step is to determine the application what?
Deadline.
Very, very good. Deadline. Very good. Deadline. Add them to your calendar and set a what? Jungpeng.
Reminder.
Very good, Jungpeng. Reminder. All right. If you are late with your what, Alex?
Application.
Very, very good. And the school may not process the application. You had a little hint here, a reminder. It could also what, Sheen? Jeopardize.
Jeopardize.
Jeopardize. Very good. There's no right? Jeopardize. Very good. It could jeopardize your what, Sheen? Could jeopardize your what, Sheen? Okay, jeopardize.
Application?
It could
sorry. Financial aid.
Very good.
Aid.
Very
financial
good.
aid.
Perfect. Could jeopardize your financial aid opportunities. According to Campus Explorer, if you submit a late application, your chances both for admissions and financial aid are what, Jungpeng?
Reduce.
Very good, right? Reduced by at least 50%. Great. Let me scroll down here. So you can always ask the admissions office if they are willing to accept your application late, but be what, Alex?
Prepared.
Good. Be prepared for a no in response.
For a no in response.
Very, very good. Alternatively, your advisor may be able to what, Sheen?
Suggest.
Suggest. Very good. Suggest schools that have a later deadline. Very good. One of the best options, particularly if you hope for financial aid, is to look at the deadline for the following what, Jungpeng?
Semester.
Great job, Jungpeng. Right. However, for some schools, you may have to wait an entire year to apply. If that is the case, you can start with a program like American Collegiate Live. This program allows you to earn what, Alex?
Credit.
Very good. Toward your U.S. degree from anywhere you call home. Then, once you apply the next semester or year, you can head to campus without having lost any time toward earning your degree. Very good, guys. Perfect. Right? So, let's see. We've read through this a couple times. When is the best time to submit your materials, Xin?
Before deadline.
Nice. Right before the deadline. Jungpeng, what will happen if you are late with your application? What will happen if you are late with your application?
Yeah. I will miss the opportunity when I missed when I missed when I
You got it.
when I provide the material after the deadlines.
So you may miss the opportunity if you provide the materials after the deadline. Good.
Yeah.
Right? So you may be rejected. Right? Good. Alex, if you submit your application late, an opportunity for admissions and financial aid will be lowered by how much?
50%.
50%?
50%.
Good. Right? So again, we talked a little bit earlier about the differences with this one and this one, right? Just like the difference between this one and this one. So we have 15 and 50, right? So yours is perfect, Alex. Right?
Thank you.
I hear the stress in your voice. Be confident. Don't be stressed. Right?
Okay.
Very, very good. And Xin, what is the best option if you are hoping for financial aid for that semester? What's the best option if you're hoping for financial aid for that semester?
I forgot that maybe there's some suggest for the advisor.
Okay. Any other guesses?
Yeah.
America collegiate.
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 Okay. Collegiate, right? Very good. I think
collegiate.
you got
Collegiate.
Yeah, collegiate is kind of a synonym for college, right? So it's kind of like American College Live. I think you're answering this one. What is the one example of a program that allows you to earn credits towards your U.S. degree from any country? That's American Collegiate. 4 is a little bit tricky. The simple answer is get your application in early.
Yeah.
Very, very good. So I think you guys just overthought it a little bit. Very, very good. Great job. 100%. Perfect. So let's go down. We don't need to do any of this review. Again, if you guys are curious, on the website, you can find, again, other synonyms and antonyms for some of the words that we looked at tonight. But let's chat for the next 15 minutes or so here. So, again, Alex, I know you went to school, right? And I know you finished both your undergrad and your graduate degree. Did you receive any financial assistance?
Yeah. We, especially for graduate school, we had a national national scholarship. And we have level 1, level 2, and level 3. We didn't have many students in one class. Almost everyone in the class got the national scholarship.
Oh, really?
Yes, which is really good. And for undergrads, we had some sort of like a fund. They provide some scholarship for like some students with really good, excellent academic performance, and also from a relatively what is another word for poor?
What do you think?
Unfavored?
Unfavored. Oh, that's a good synonym, right? An unfavored.
Unprivileged?
Underprivileged. Good.
Underprivileged students to alleviate their like financial pressure.
Ah, good. Their financial pressure, their financial burden.
Yeah, financial burden.
Right. Good. So it's
especially I went to Minzu University, and there are a lot of students from deep mountains, really far away. So it's kind of like a miracle for those students. They can go to universities. So like we had a different scholarships for those students.
Very good. Right. So you mentioned something, a fund for excellent academic performance. Sheen, again, you're studying in America. Do you know what we call this type of scholarship? Excellent academic performance?
Actually, I don't know.
Okay. So very simply, we could either call it an academic scholarship, or it falls under something we call a merit-based scholarship, right? A merit-based scholarship.
Yeah. And in our school, we are the art school, so I think our scholarship is artist scholarship.
Good.
Something like that. Yeah.
Very good. Merit just means skill, right? Merit just means skill. So if you go to your financial aid office and say, I'd like a merit-based scholarship, they'll probably say to you, well, what can you do? Why do you have the skill, right? Very good. And Alex also mentioned this one. Very, very good job, right? An underprivileged scholarship. We don't call it underprivileged, but it's a great synonym, so I love it. Great job, right? But we call the scholarship what? Does anybody know? Underprivileged, we call it maybe a need-based. Right. Right. So we'll often hear in school, right? What do we hear from MIT and the Ivy League schools? Does anybody know? What are they? They are need blind, right? Meaning we don't look at your finances before we accept you, right? So when we're talking about finances, Alex, in academics, we talk about need, not money, right? Everything politically correct, right? So we don't say like, Alex, you're poor. We say, you have significant financial need. You have significant need for this endeavor, right? America's very strange like that. Very good. So, Sheen, did you get any art-based scholarships?
Yeah, I got an art-based scholarship for my school.
Wow, congratulations. Do you mind if I ask how much? How much did they award you?
Think,
if you don't mind. If you're shy, that's okay. You don't have to tell me.
Because we are a public school, so the scholarship don't know too much for with compare with private school. I think each semester 2,000.
2,000. Wow. Each semester. So that means about $4,000 a year.
Maybe, yeah.
Right. Very, very
I
good.
think that is fewer than the private school because our tuition fee is lower than the private school.
The parrot school?
Private.
Good. Private. Right?
Private.
Good. Get that V in there. Nice. Sheen. Very good. Well, that's wonderful. $4,000 is $4,000 less that you have to pay. Your tuition was reduced. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Very, very good.
And I think it's also an honor, which means that you're doing great in your school.
What do you think, Sheen? Is it a great honor?
Yeah, it's a great honor.
Yeah.
Nice. Very, very good. Wonderful. How about you, Zhengpeng? You went to Beida. How about any financial assistance? Did you get any grants or scholarships at Beida? You did a lot of research.
Yeah. Exactly. There are some fund, including the sorry.
You're doing great, Zhengpeng. Don't worry.
The important technology research and
good
or invention will be afforded.
Good, right? So it sounds like there's a high tech or important technology fund to try to get new inventions.
Invention. Yeah.
Nice. Great job. And you won that? You earned this fund?
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations. It's very exciting. Right? And I'm curious, so we're talking about money and financial assistance. Should university education be free?
I don't think university education will be free.
Why not, Jean?
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, I think if the if the students they pay the tuition to the school, and they will focus on their study. If the university is free, it's easy to get it. So I think it's not good for their study.
Very good. Any other opinions? Or do we all share Sheen's opinion?
I think education should be free for some people.
Okay. Elaborate. What do you mean by that? Who should get it for free? Should I get it for free? Or should you get it for free?
I think I shouldn't get it for free because I think
you're rich.
Financially, no, I'm not rich. But financially, I'm able to afford 4 years tuition in China, not America.
In China.
In China. And but for a lot, especially when I was in my university, there were a lot of students. They barely, had enough food for their meals, and 8,000 per year for the tuition is a huge burden for the family.
$8,000. Wow.
No, 8,000 yuan.
Oh, yuan. Wow.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But probably compared to American tuition, it is nothing. But for some for some family, their livelihood heavily relies on weather, their harvest. It is a tremendous liability.
Right. Very, very good. So, great word in there, livelihood, right? The other one that we could maybe use as a synonym would be welfare, right? So in certain cases, like government welfare should help pay for some schools, because as you said 8,000 yuan, right, is a lot. Let's see here, 8,000 yuan is a lot. Oh, I can't make the yuan symbol. Oh, come on, Jumu. Right, 8,000 yuan. How much is that in USD? Do you know, Alex? Roughly?
12?
12.
1,300?
1,300. Yeah, okay, 1,300. Right? About that. So look at look at the difference, right? So you're saying 8,000 is expensive. That is still far less money than what you're getting as a scholarship. Full tuition in China is almost what, 3.5 times larger, more expensive. So Xin, why would you spend so much money to study in America? Are you rich?
No.
No.
Actually, I'm opposed. Yeah. I've been working for 5 years in China, be a designer. I think it's a time to get more knowledge. And I used to work in an internet company. I think in China, internet company or technical company has so pressure. And my major is my graduate major is focused on the user experience. I think in American, they have lots of resource, and my professor, they all come from the big company. They are a good designer and VP entrepreneur. I think I can get a lot of thing from them, and I think maybe change a new environment for work is good for me for my future career.
Okay, so again, it's worth the money, right? So to you, it's a good return on investment, right? Your ROI.
Yeah, sure.
To spend so much money is good. So then let me ask you, if you're UX UI, right? If you're studying UI UX, why Boston? Why not Silicon Valley?
Because basically, I choose Boston because my school, they have the major is very suitable for me, and our major is design innovation. Yeah, and they can invite a lot of professor. They're focused on the US, and the class is pretty great for me because I don't want to learn some tall scale. I want to learn some design thinking, so deep and more. More knowledge about the business. So I think master is a good choice for me.
Very good. Wow, it sounds like you did a lot of research. You prepared very well.
Yeah, I think I do a lot of research about the school and the major and talk to the previous student. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like you didn't want to jeopardize your future, so you prepared well to reduce your risk.
Yeah, sure.
Very, very good. Great job tonight, guys. So, before we wrap up, any questions, comments, concerns, anything we want to say? Questions, comments, concerns? No? Okay then. Well then, we will have our roundtable on Sunday, which is a more advanced class, more fast-paced, a lot more deliberation, a lot more communication. But nevertheless, tonight, you guys did wonderful with pronunciation, predicting definitions based on context clues, and answering free questions. Great job. You guys should be very, very proud. And any questions? No? Okay. Very, very good. Then I will talk to you guys on WeChat. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was a lot of fun, and I will see you this weekend. Bye-bye.